Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage just finishing up the cleaning of a Smith & Wesson Model 19-2, and I just filmed the range report on this and edited all the footage and all the stuff here in the garage, and the video is inside rendering, and I need to go back inside in a few minutes and go upload that to the main channel and then the super secret channel for my Patreons, and set the release time on this, which will probably be in October or November, I think, because I have so many videos made and prepared going out that far. But I use a word in the review of this revolver that I already know what people are going to say in the comments, or some people are going to say in the comments. And I really need to make a list of some of my pet peeves. I guess I've been doing this long enough that I can always predict what people are going to say in various reviews. And the word I use in this review, which, by the way, I give this revolver a very high score. A very high score. I really like it, and I talk about how special it is because of the era that it was made in. It's a classic Smith & Wesson, and I really like it. But I use the word obsolete, and I've used this word in other range reports, like with the Glock 26. There's a couple other ones too. Maybe I did it on the AK or something like that. And I always get the people that do not understand the minutia of an argument and can't look at the nuance of what I'm trying to say. Because I will say that this revolver is obsolete. And they'll, in return, say, well, that's so stupid. If it's obsolete, why don't you just send it to me or throw it away? Or why don't you just stand in front of the business end of that and be shot with it and see how obsolete it is? They say all this stupid stuff. And it's because they can't see the difference between obsolescence and either irrelevance or something being ineffectual. I think I came up with a good example in the video, which I guess it's because it was on my mind because one of the Texas Gun Vault 2 videos I made, I think it was last night, where I talked about the Springfield M1903 rifle I saw at Shields. And the example I use, and see if you guys can follow my logic here, is a Springfield M1903 rifle obsolete? Well, I say, well, you know, there are bolt-action rifles that are made today, and it's built off of, you know, one of the, or considered to be one of the best actions ever designed, the Mauser action. So is it obsolete? Some people would say no. But could you hunt with it? Well, yeah. Is it going to work if you needed to take down a four-legged or a two-legged critter? Yeah, I mean, it's going to work. Could you, in theory, defend your house with it? I guess, yeah. I mean, you could, just like any other bolt-action rifle. But there's a reason why Delta Force or the Army Rangers or the Navy SEALs don't use an M1903 Springfield, because it's obsolete. There are better guns that are designed today and built today to fit the needs of the modern world. It doesn't mean that the older guns don't work or they won't be accurate or any of that. It just means that they're obsolete in that they have been replaced by a better or different design. And I already know, and it's already kind of frustrating me because I already know what people are going to say. And I've always been perplexed that people cannot understand the nuance of that argument. It's kind of like a few other of the pet peeves I have, you know, here on the channel. I always talk with the people that are like, go get training, or they call me a FUD or a Fed or a bootlicker because I say, you know, I can say someone's right, but I don't have to support them, like with the whole Matt Hoover thing. And they're incapable of understanding that argument. And I don't know if it's the teacher in me that wants to educate others. And it's not coming from a position of intellectual superiority. Because if somebody can debate me and have a different point of view, but can clearly articulate that, and then show me that they understand my side, and then rebut it, then I will go, you know what, I can totally respect that. It's not an elitist thing. I go, okay, well, we can either agree to disagree, or maybe you might change my mind. But the people that look at everything in such a black and white, and I don't want to say unintellectual, but I don't know, a very an unenlightened stance, and they don't want to look anything deeper into an argument or a debate, just drives me bonkers. I had to use the word obsolete because I think that the era of the revolver is over. But the gun still works well, and I know that people that love revolvers, or maybe only own revolvers, or carry revolvers, or like to collect revolvers, will get mad at me and go, how dare you say it's obsolete? I'm not saying it's not going to work, or it's not the perfect gun for you. I'm just saying, there's better options out there. And if I was helping somebody find a firearm for concealed carry or home defense, I might steer them in a different direction than a revolver. But mark my words, when this review comes out in mid-October is what I think it's going to be set for, you can already see the comment section light up. I guess I've been doing this for long enough and have made enough videos. As I said, I can already predict the responses that I'm going to get, what people are going to say. It's so predictable. It's simply just so predictable. But anyway, that's all I want to talk about tonight. It's what's on my mind, because when I said it, because I do all of my videos, off the cuff. And I was sitting right here, and I was thinking about a way of explaining that I think there are better options for concealed carry, but this is still a great classic firearm for collecting and for range purposes. I went to use that word. And as soon as I said that word, I thought to myself, I made a mental note. I know what they're going to say, and I need to make a Texas Gun Vault 2 video about it. So that's what I did. So anyway, I got to put this back in the box and go upload the video, and I guess send a link to Jack number 2, so he can see it. And then I'll be in his area tomorrow, so maybe I can drop off this and the other HK that I've done of his collection, so I can get those back to him. What else is going on? I was talking to one of my friends who's a local FFL and SOT today, and I found out, and I had no idea, that a local gun shop, kind of a bigger gun shop, got robbed over the weekend. That's kind of a crazy story. And I guess I tried to find information on it. It's a store called Mr. Guns. And I tried to Google it, but it looks like they were actually robbed back in 2015, where they had like 90 guns stolen, but this time they only got 60 guns. And I'm not a gun shop or anything like that, but and I don't know what the security measures are. I've been to that shop before. It's in Plano. But I would think that if I owned a shop, and it's probably difficult to do because you have so much inventory, but I would think that you would want to run it like a jewelry store, where when you close things up at night, you take everything out of the display cases and you go and put them in safes. I think that's just the way to do it. Instead of just securing the building, which I think you have to do as well, have maybe cages around the front doors and all these different things to secure the building, and of course a security system and cameras and all that. You need to take all of the inventory and put them in individual safes. That would be even harder. So you'd have to break into the building, and then you'd have to break into the safes, and all the time the alarm is going off and the cameras are recording, and it'd just be too much of a hassle for a perpetrator to get into the building and then get to the firearms. But I know that's probably not economically feasible. But I was telling him, who told me about it, I said, most of those guns are probably south of the border by now. And I'm sure the ATF is not happy. I'm sure they're doing a huge investigation. And it kind of makes me sad, because when these events happen, it's going to get reported. And of course, they're going to say, we need to change the laws even more, which is going to make it harder for, FFLs and SOTs and gun shops and all that to even operate, because the overhead is going to be so expensive. But anyway, I'm still trying to find out more information on it. I kind of thought I'd do a Texas Gun Vault 2 video about it, and my thoughts on gun stores and security, and maybe what you need to do at your house. But that's just an idea that I'm kind of mulling around in my head. But that's really all I got for you guys tonight. Obsolescence and that gun store. So that's it. I'm going to wipe this thing down one more time, get all my fingerprints off of it. Because the bluing on this gun is absolutely beautiful. But let me get all my fingerprints off of it. Put it back in the original box. Right here. It's really cool. I don't know when this thing was made. There's no markings on it, but there it is. Smith & Wesson 357 Combat Magnum. Blue finish, 2.5-inch barrel, model 19. Round butt. So that's what it says on the box. In fact, I didn't see that before. I think I have to go in and change the thumbnail. I didn't put 357 Combat Magnum. I just put 357... I think I put model 19-2. I think I need to go back in there and put 357 Combat Magnum. That would be better on the thumbnail. So glad I saw that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And of course, you guys know what the word of the day is. Obsolete. Obsolete is the word of the day. So tell me what you think, and do you understand my argument? Or does the fact that I use that word piss you off? I'd like to know. So, as always, thanks for watching.